Hey, Soapy Sunflowers, it's Heather. So, a lot of people are having issues with getting the laundry booster tabs to go solid. I said I would make a video, so here we are going to make laundry booster tablets that you can throw in, and it's like a softener for your clothes. It makes your clothes smell really great, and so it just kind of gives it a boost in the smell department. So I use a sifter just to measure out my Epsom salt, but Epsom salt does not go through a sifter. So I put it into a sifter just so I can make sure there isn't any hard pieces in there, and you'll see me measure it out and then dump it in. But I'm just making sure there's no like little hard balls or anything like that that are in the Epsom salt. Now, if you are wanting this recipe, you can go to my Patreon, as this will be posted here on YouTube as well. You can go to my Patreon and get the exact measurements and etc. for this recipe. Now, Epsom salt sometimes can get like little hard, so you just want to make sure there's no hardness in there. There's nothing in there that's, sticking. But like I said, it really doesn't go through a sifter. So as you see, I'm just kind of going through making sure there's no of those little hard little brick things in there. And then I'll just dump it in. Next up is the baking soda, that would go in here, but before you do that, or I do it this way, I mix my fragrance in there. Now, you can do it the way that you would like, but I just do my fragrance. Make sure you follow IFRA. I'm not gonna tell you a measurement on fragrance or essential oils because you need to follow whatever your IFRA is for that fragrance or essential oil. The fragrance that I'm using is a bestseller. It is I call it Cashmere Kitten, and it's, oh goodness, cashmere cocoa butter. It's from Midwest. These little caps will save you in the spilling thing, so you can get those on Amazon. Just you'll love it. Don't mind my pearl bracelet here. It's going to end up driving me nuts by the end of this video, but just mix your fragrance into your Epsom salt. I mix it really well, just making sure everything is covered. I like to do it this way, just so when I mix in the baking soda, everything is going to get mixed up really well instead of having little wet areas in the baking soda. I just do it this way. You could choose to do it either way. Either way does not matter. You just need to make sure you're mixing quite a bit. Now, I do sift my baking soda through a sifter. Um, I just like to make sure everything is free flowing here. It makes things a lot better to mix when everything's free flowing, even though this is going to end up being a compacted booster tab. Now, you can mix up your recipe and leave it as a powder and sell it and use it that way as just a powder and not into tab form, like tablet form. I don't know what else to call that. Just a tablet form. You can choose to do it either way. I like tablets because I am a easy to go person. Not only that, my children also do laundry. So I need to them to do the easiest as possible. Anything that's easy that does not cause them to have to measure, I guess you could say. Now, this part, you're just going to mix, 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 mix. Just keep it mixing, get everything combined. Now, if you are going to sell this as a powder, then you will wanna mix this really well. You're gonna wanna lay it out. You're gonna want it to dry. Then you will mix it, you will move it around again on your tray, spread it all out again, let it dry another day. So a 2-day event, to make sure it's really dry before you package it. Now, I do it in booster tabs. I explained my reasons earlier. Um, I am a very much ADHD, let's go, don't wanna have to have measuring cups and things to do things. So, the easier, the better. There's that bracelet again. So, you see it's a little bit wet and it's holding its shape just from the fragrance. It's holding its shape, but it's not enough to compact it into a mold. So, you can use witch hazel, you can use alcohol, or you can use water. Now, I'm going to show a couple different ways because I find that using witch hazel or alcohol does not get my, tabs to be rock hard, and they don't stay together as well. But if you're going to use witch hazel or alcohol, either or, you just are gonna spray and mix until you get a pretty well wet. If you pick it up and you squeeze it, it will hold its shape, but you really want this on the wetter side, and I will show towards the end what it will look like of a normal laundry tab and one that is too wet, and I'm gonna show you that at the very end, so stick around. But see, it's still not wet enough, so you're going to have to use quite a bit of witch hazel or alcohol to really get that wet enough to hold a shape to shove into a mold. And you're gonna see here in a minute when I change, like, I will add alcohol and I'll keep mixing, and it's just not getting to the consistency that I like. So then I switch over to using water, and it goes fairly quickly. Make sure that you are mixing really super well and getting, all that fragrance, everything mixed. Again, if you want the measurements, you can go to Patreon to get those. I don't put them in these videos. Um, but just mix and mix and mix. See, it's not holding its shape. It's not for me. It's not the way I do it. You would have to pour quite a bit or spray quite a bit of alcohol or witch hazel on your, powder to get it to get wet enough, or even pour it in there to get it wet enough, and I just find that's very costly in the end to do it that way. See, it's still just not holding its shape, and you've seen, how many sprays I've put in there, and I don't prefer to do it this way. Now wait, we're gonna add water into this. Always start with a little bit because you can always add more. Do not forget that. Because at the end of mixing, I am going to show you what it looks like if it's too wet. What the difference is. Test it and squeeze. See how it kind of is holding up, and drop it. Squeeze it, drop it. You're going to keep doing that over and over, and eventually you will get to a point where you can just tell. But you want your mixture pretty wet, but not sopping wet. Do not do that. You'll see why in the end. See how she's holding her shape so much better? But you can barely squeeze it and it'll fall apart. So these are the molds that I use. They are just silicone ice trays, ice cube trays, excuse me, off of Amazon. I also like the little honeycomb ones as well. I use those quite a bit. So I have different ice cube trays for different products that I make so that people like me who use the clear drawers with the little labels on the front of it to put all of my items in, so it's very clean, aesthetic, can tell right just by looking at it what is what. Now, when you are doing this, you are going to put your product on and really use your fingertips to smash it in. You're going to know when it's smashed in enough because you will not be able to push down anymore. So see in the middle, I can't push any of those down, but the ones on the side closest to you guys still have a dip. It's because you need to pack your molds. And I'm purposely going to leave some that aren't completely packed because in the end of this video, when everything is dry, I want to show the difference between what really packed looks like, what not very packed looks like, what a too wet of a product looks like. It just makes more sense when you can see the ending. quite a bit of product can fit in those little ice cube squares there. You will be shocked at how much can fit in there. So when you're doing your measurements and stuff, if you don't know how to find out the measurement for this, put your mold on a scale, fill it with water. You'll kind of get a gist of how much goes in each one of those. I have a couple of these trays. So usually when I make stuff, I fill all of them up. I'm trying to do a small batch here, but just slide everything around and push until your finger does not indent on the top. And I keep having to remind myself that I was going to make some that weren't completely packed. That was hard for my brain to just stop. All right. So when you feel like you got it pretty packed, um, set it off aside, you get the next one. See, these come with little lids on it. I don't really use those. They don't stay on and they don't dry as fast with the lid on those, but you can use a lid if you are looking to stack them up. If you make quite a bit, um, you can do it then. So I'm going to put a bunch of mixture in, and then here in a minute, I'm going to add more water because I want to show after it dries the difference in the look. Pack, pack, pack. Get it all in there. I hate when there's just a little bit left like this. I don't usually do this because then you're pulling from other little squares just to fill up, it's just a pain in the butt. I'm so used to doing um, big amounts because I'm a business, so I do quite a bit at a time. So after this part, I took what was left in the bowl and I added extra water to it because it was kind of a last thought. I was like, you know what? I really want to show what that looks like. So I kind of went back in there, added more water. So now it is the next day and we are going to demold everything. You will always have that little bit in the top. I sweep it off to the side and I use that as powder. As the same thing. I just collect it. It's not a big deal. So see how these middle ones that were packed really good come out? They're good little squares, but you're going to see here in a minute, the ones that weren't packed really well, they just crumble when you try to get them out. So what that tells me, if yours are crumbling or you're not being able to shape them, one of two things is happening. You're not packing it really well in your mold, or you're using way too much um, water in your mold. Or excuse me, not enough water in your mold. You're not using enough water to make it wet enough for it to keep form while it dries. So either you're not packing it well or you're not using enough of your binder to keep them together, because these are really simple to make. Um, as you see, the ones there on the left and this one in my hand, those are the ones, see the difference there? Packed really well and loosely packed. Just don't waste your time, just pack, pack, pack. You will know when they are packed because you will not be able to squeeze down with your fingertips. And like I said, anything extra. So here are the ones I added extra water to. Now look at that. Doesn't it look ugly? It's like, has like bubbly holes in it. Look at the difference between these. Packed on the left, done right, less water. The one on the right has way too much water. Look at all the little holes and stuff. It's you can use it, but it's not very nice to look at, and it's not a very nice product to sell. So, I hope that this video helped you guys or helped whoever was having issues. Um, if you're having a lot of issues with it not molding, it's not packed very well, or you did not add enough binder. So, look at those 2 things when you are making this, and I hope it helps you guys. You guys have a great day. Bye now.